All right, guys, we'll open it up to coach and then we'll take questions.
Thanks for being here, guys. Great crowd today. Obviously, Nebraska really good, most efficient team offensively in the league and defensively too. I thought we did some good things. I thought, turnovers killed us and we haven't been turning the ball over, and that was a huge part of the game plan. We got 68 points on the board. I think if we could have been our normal turnover ratio, we could have got 75. That's what we were trying to go for. Obviously, they make you pay for mistakes anytime you make one. I got a tip of the hat. Sam Hoiberg has made himself an unbelievable player in this league and does all the little things to win basketball games. That's a really good basketball team, and every time I think we're close and we're getting there, we show some good signs, but this is the wrong league to be close in.
Jerry.
Steve, you made some significant lineup changes. You started without a center and you reinserted Tariq. What was the thinking behind those moves?
I mean, a bunch of things. Having Lino out today too, we had to, our rotation was changed a little bit. I thought the best matchups, for this game, we haven't been winning, and I thought it was important to maybe get a little energy, in a little different starting lineup. I thought, bringing those two guys off the bench, E and J. Mike, would give us some energy too, coming off the bench. But, obviously, the young guys starting to get better. Haroon has been practicing at an elite level, so I thought he had earned a starting opportunity. I like the matchups in this game with, I wanted June to start on Mass because he's really a point forward, point center, and how he plays. So, just kind of, trying to break some things up and kind of change the lineup for matchup reasons.
Brian.
Steve, in the preseason, you talked a lot about this team getting back to defense and rebounding like your old teams. Why do you think this team hasn't been able to?
Extremely, disappointed in our defense. It just hasn't been consistent. At times, we've shown some minutes. This league is too good not to be elite defensively. Communication is a big part of it, and talking on the court. We just haven't been able to, and that's on me. We're going to continue to stress and work. I mean, you can't imagine the film work that's been done and how our practices are. I thought we kind of solved our turnover problems, but defensively, really, and tonight we're playing the most efficient team in the country. So when you do make a mistake in our screen coverage and our reds, and if our angle of our help isn't where it's supposed to be, if the rollers aren't being hit up the lane line, just so many things, and then we weren't rebounding either, so that was hurting our defense. Today we out-rebounded them by one, but then we turned the basketball over. So, defensively we haven't gotten there. I don't have a lot of experience with, KP's learning college defense for the first time. June's first time with us, and thankful that he can guard multiple positions, but, it just hasn't come together the way that it needs to, and we've spent a lot of time on it, and we've shown signs again, but this isn't a league to show signs, and this is the best league in the country, and I know people always say, no, it is absolutely this year the best league in the country, and it's not the time to be learning defense.
Steve.
Steve, only 80 of your 56 shots were at the rim tonight. You have 22 from three, and that means that 46% of your shots are from someone else on the court. I'm just curious if you think that's a sustainable strategy for winning college basketball.
Just taking more threes is that, a sustainable way to win games is to really do a great job on the defensive end of the floor and take care of the ball. And those are two huge issues for our offense. Not taking care of the ball and not defending. And our defense hurts our offense. Like when our offense is kind of rolling, these guys play better defense, So, today, obviously taking more threes, they kind of force you into some of that. They're a trap team on any drives to the basket. So it's just a little bit of a unique team with 2 days to prepare. They don't allow you anything on the baseline. Like the way they rotate is just very unique, and no other team kind of plays like that. So, 2-point shots are going to be at a premium. You got to get them off the backboards, really. In a game like this, we took more threes. We played, our 4 best shooters in the starting lineup. So, that's obviously a part of it. But it's always, is it a good 3? Is it a bad 3? Is it a good 2? Is it a bad 3? And bad 2. That goes into the whole equation.
Jerry.
Steve, you got a month left. What are you gonna be looking to evaluate above all else, from your roster? As you figure out who
Yeah,
can help you?
I mean, this is the good part. I've told them that they're always being evaluated every day at every practice, and I'm looking for our, continued, improvement. Because as much as we're on a losing streak here, we're at USC with a chance to tie the game. We're Michigan. We're not. We got to keep getting better, and we've been able to plug some of the holes. I want to see him continued improvement from Caden on the defensive end. I got to get Lino back. I want to see continued improvement by Haroon, starting to practice like, June has become a real versatile guy for us. DG, got to get him more consistent. So I'm looking for us, to continue to, fight. We have a week off here, which we desperately need. We're banged up in a lot of ways. June's been banged up, and KP's been banged up. You got game after game after game, and travel. So, we got to get better, and we really need to make some strides on the defensive end. We're starting to rebound a little bit better, but nowhere near where we need to be in this league. So, it's going to be huge. Player improvement, and individual improvement, and team improvement.
What's Lino's injury? I'm sorry, we didn't ask.
He hurt his back, so he hasn't been able to practice. So he's got back, which isn't good at this time of the year.
Steve, the other day Mick Cronin was talking about college basketball is a league of have and have-nots. Do you feel like this season's struggles are NIL related, or do you think there's something deeper than
I mean, you guys don't know. Nobody. The great part of where we are now is we got an unbelievable athletic director. I mean, she works morning, noon, and night. She wakes up in the morning, and she's hired six people in the NIL space. So, were we short 6 people 3 years ago? Probably, and so other teams were probably, in that space. We weren't exactly innovative, but we have to win. Nobody cares, But I'm just thankful moving forward here. There's an unbelievable game plan, and we have people that are waking up every morning thinking about it. Besides me, so thankful for that. But this is a league of have. Like a lot of teams have innovative resources, and we got to be one of those too.
Anybody else? Good? Guys, we'll hang here for a little bit.
Yep, thanks.
Okay, thanks, guys.